What's going on? It's Big A the Mank Geek, and I wasn't expecting to do a video on Doomsday Clock, but I've just finished reading this first issue, and it is so much better than I expected it to be. This may be kind of like a worthy sequel to Watchmen. Like, I don't know how all the DC stuff is going to tie in and all that. We get a little, well, we don't even really get any of that by the end of it, but it's given me an idea as to where they are with it and how and what they're gonna do. I mean, man, we start off and there's a massive like exposition dump, all this information about like what's going on in the world and whatnot, and like where we are, well, where the world is at politically and stuff, and we just get like Rorschach breaking into this prison, breaking people out for this mission. He's breaking like this woman out, and yeah, it's just Rorschach. I mean, who you can't not like the guy. You know, his kind of dry humor, his weirdness, his speech pattern, for example, and all that kind of stuff. Everything is just perfect. But there are spoilers ahead, so if you don't want to know any spoilers, like literally skip this video and come back later. But we he frees this woman, and then we find out that he's not kind of like the original Rorschach brought back. He's actually a different guy who appears to kind of have the same, well, I guess mental problems, because he takes off his glove here, and you see that his hand is black. So Rorschach's black in this, and he's the new Rorschach. And yeah, I was just like, what? I was just like, what is going on here? But it's almost as if it is the same character. They do the same kind of things. They've got a journal, or it appears that they have a journal, because all these yellow bits here appear to be from that, unless they're just internal monologues. But either way, it's pretty good. So anyway, he breaks out this woman, and he's like, "Yo, there's not a lot of time. I need to break you out." She's like, "I'm not going anywhere without my husband." So they break out her husband as well, who's this guy here, who's called, like, I think he's called the Mime. And there's a really funny part later on where she's like, oh, he needs his weapons, he's not going anywhere without his weapons. And they go to this locker, right? And he picks up invisible things, because obviously they're not real weapons, they're just mimed weapons. And I just thought that was absolutely bloody hilarious. But yeah, I mean, this issue now, it's like, it's setting everything up. So, more or less what needs to happen is that the world is in turmoil, and it needs to be saved, essentially. So, what happens is that obviously these, well, more her than Mime, but she's needed for a mission, which is to, Rorschach says, is to bring back God. And what they're referring to is actually Dr. Manhattan. But obviously no one knows where he is, so that's why they're kind of on this mission to kind of bring him back to kind of resolve everything. But then we get a reveal of Night Owl's old lair, and inside it is Adrian Veidt, aka Ozymandias, who, as you know if you've read Watchmen, he turned out to be the villain of the piece. And he's now trying to kind of rectify that mistake and actually properly save the world this time with this brand new Rorschach. And I'm really surprised at how good this issue is. Like, I shouldn't be, because I didn't know how it was going to go, because like before Watchmen, what I saw before Watchmen, I didn't particularly dig. But this, I'm you know what, honestly, I'm really feeling it. Like, I'm hoping this kind of sequel is really great. But anyway, once kind of like, you know, it's kind of put to us as to what their mission is, we get a little bit of a nightmare that Clark Kent has, and that's pretty much where it ends. So we don't really know as to how kind of like this version of the DC universe kind of ties in with the story as of yet. But obviously we know that Superman's involved to begin with. And yeah, man, I'm just hoping that kind of it does a good job at the moment. It does seem like a worthy successor. I can't lie, and I was pretty shocked at how into it I got, and I am actually really looking forward to the next issue. But I think you should definitely pick up this book if you've not. I got the lenticular version, which was like pretty much £5, and yeah, I think it was totally worth getting it now that I've read it. I wasn't particularly expecting anything great, but I actually really enjoyed this. Really enjoyed this book, like stupidly enjoyed it. I think I'll be reading it again this weekend just to go over it. And yeah, bring it on. I want to see as to really, they've really kind of kicked me in the ballsack here and surprised me. And I want to know as to how it continues, because if this is just the beginning, I hope it really goes in deep. And man, yeah, buy it. I keep saying buy it, but yeah, definitely buy it. Tell me what you think of Doomsday Clock if you've read the first issue. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what your favourite parts were. Tell me what your theories are. Hit the bell notification. Subscribe if you haven't. And as always, I'll catch you on the next one.